Matt Damon turned down starring in being a major role or starring in the new Avatar movies. They offered him $250 million. And he said, nah.
For like a series?
Yes.
So
to be
like 3 movies?
They're doing 4 more.
4.
So I don't know if they're going to be, if they were supposed to have him in everyone.
$50 million a pop, bro.
Yep. He said,
what's the budget? Who's doing this?
James Cameron.
Oh, it's James
Avatar.
Cameron. Oh, those Avatars. Sorry.
Avatar.
I was thinking somebody was crazy enough to do an M. Night Shyamalan reboot of the anime Avatar.
No, yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, Avatar.
Yes,
Avatar.
okay, now that makes sense now. The budget makes sense now. Wow, I can't believe he turned that down.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's not like he needs money. So at this point, it's
no.
like,
Well,
what does he want?
I think what it is he's probably thinking really long term, like, hey, I don't want to be tied down to this because Avatar, bro, whoever they pick up, right? Whoever they pick up for these new series, because there's no way that Sam Worthington, I think that's his name, that starred in the last one,
yes.
and what's her face, girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. I always
Sigourney Weaver?
No. The green chick. Somebody's gonna say, I'm so bad with her name. I always forget her name. Zoe Zeldana.
Zeldana. Something.
I think that's it. Anyway, those two. If Avatar wants to, number one, break the record for the biggest movie of all time,
they need some bigger names.
It needs some bigger names, and not only that, those two motherfuckers is cool, I guess, as they were in Avatar, because they were relatively not known. Like, they made their careers off the success.
She did better than he did.
Oh, way better.
Significantly
way
so.
better. But I don't foresee those two carrying this franchise for 4 more movies.
I could see her surviving it, but they need a different dude.
Yes.
For sure.
Or they at least need other main characters.
Somewhere that's a big name.
Somewhere that's in there that's a bigger name to help push and propel these films into something bigger than what it already is. So they offered Matt Damon $250 million, guaranteed money, to come on board. Obviously, James Cameron wanted him bad, because whatever he had in mind
was exactly Matt Damon.
He is probably making it for Matt Damon.
Yeah.
And when you're James Cameron and you knock on an actor's door, and you've got the biggest movies of all time, Titanic, Avatar,
yep.
You've got like Terminator 2, you've got Aliens, you've got, I mean, James Cameron is
the money maker.
Biggest and the biggest director in terms of box office, essentially, of all time. I mean, he is the GOAT. I mean, there's Spielberg and stuff. This guy is the fucking GOAT. When he knocks on your door and he says, I want you, he's probably thinking they're going to say,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt Damon said,
no,
I'm good. Now, I don't know if this is a move where Matt Damon goes, I want even more money. Because you got to think about this.
Yeah.
The last Avatar made, I don't even know how much money, almost.
Apparently it's $250 million plus 10% of profits. Oh my God. Dude, 10%? 10? An actor getting cut in on 10% of Avatar?
What are you doing? Think about this. Avatar 1, damn near $3 billion.
Maybe he's concerned this will just kill his career
Well, that's
long
it.
term.
Well, this is what he'll be known for,
It's not
right?
a-
Because
it's not a money
such,
game.
The movie's going to be so big,
Yeah.
right, that
This will be his defining...
this will be it, right? And he's probably
Yeah.
wants more. And this is going to lock you down, bro. This is going to lock... They're doing 4 movies.
Decade.
This is 10 years.
Yeah.
This is 10 years.
Yeah.
And your name, your image, your everything is going to be this. This is like Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
doing an Iron Man.
Yes.
Do you want to be Iron Man on Avatar?
Yeah.
Apparently, he doesn't want to.
Which is fair. He doesn't need money. It's Matt Damon. Matt Damon has lots of fucking money. At this point, Matt Damon is in this game to do what Matt Damon wants to do.
Yep.
And to build whatever legacy for his career that he wants. And apparently, that doesn't involve being the number one go-to name for Avatar. He doesn't want to get that commercialized, apparently. Who would you like to see in Avatar for big names? Or who do you think would work? Because the thing about Avatar, so much of it is animated that it could really be anyone, right?
I'm trying to think here.
Get me a fucking Morgan Freeman.
I actually think honestly, and Mr. Miyagi said he doubts it'll be as big again. I actually think the next Avatar is going to be the biggest movie of all time. I know it's a huge undertaking, but James Cameron has waited so long, and apparently the Gemini Man that's coming out with Will Smith, where they do the de-aging shit and stuff.
Yeah. It's so good.
This movie, apparently, bro, this movie is an experience. Like it's like an interstellar type experience, because what they did with this movie is they filmed it in 120 frames per second, and it is the truest form of 3D IMAX ever made. So this is more.
So they filmed it at 120.
They're showing it. They're going to.
So it's 60 FPS 3D.
I suppose because
yeah,
dude.
If they want it to be,
dude. Apparently, the 3D in this movie is so insane, and the way since the frame. Because the only other thing that I've seen, and I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, they had a 60 frame version of the Hobbit.
Yeah, they did. Oh, it was a 48 frame or whatever it was.
No,
it wasn't 60. It was like 48.
Was it 48?
40, yeah, it was 48.
Okay, I thought it was 60.
Yeah, it looked 60 because you're so used to it, but it's 48.
Either way.
It was double 24, so it was 48.
Either way. They did that. This one in IMAX at 120. Apparently, bro, this shit is like fucking bonkers. And it's crazy. I think James Cameron, in fact, I know. James Cameron, he's been working on this shit. He's been developing technology for the next Avatar and the next Avatars. I think if any Avatar is going to make $3 billion at the box office, it's going to be the next one. I think it's going to be the one where people remember the experience that they've had before. This Avatar is like a brand where everybody wants to go. This isn't just like, this is your grandparents, your aunt and uncle, your children, it's like, it's a world, right? I think that what James Cameron's going to do is going to be something the world has never seen before, because this is what he does. The fact that Matt Damon isn't taking this money, it's going to be either two things. And I don't think it's a good sign. Maybe he doesn't like the script, which it's James Cameron, so typically the scripts are pretty meh. But it's the vision that he has, the way he can piece things together. I think what's going to happen is people, whoever decides to get branded with this, it's going to be a full-blown package deal. It's going to be theme parks. It's going to be merchandise. It's going to be this is your career. This is it. I think someone like Sam Worthington, if they offer this guy, like, I'm sure he's going to get a big payday, right? But I'm sure if they offered, and maybe he's not even going to, maybe he dies next one, right? Maybe, who knows? I think that they're going to have to pay. Well, they've already offered a quarter of $1 billion plus 10%. I didn't know 10%. That 10% could be something.
Some people would be locked in just for offering 10%.
Yeah, not even the pay. Just give me the 10% profit
and I'm
cut.
good.
I'm great. I think what it's going to boil down to is they're not going to get a star like Matt Damon. I think they're going to have to find sort of an up-and-coming star.
Ooh, that's probably not a bad point that Mr. Miyagi is saying. I bet they wanted to use the rights to Matt Damon's face forever in perpetuity. As we're seeing with all these movies, like you were saying with this technology, like we're seeing people mapping into like future
the faces
shit,
and stuff,
and they
right?
so the studio wants in perpetuity their ability to use Matt Damon in the future. So if they want Avatar in the future and they want Matt Damon in then
especially if he
capacity,
plays a big character and maybe dies, and they want to bring his body in with the
Exactly,
technology that they have.
Exactly.
At $250 million and 10%, take it all. You want to map my penis out so that you want to just fuck it later? Go ahead.
Oh, it's a rough call.
For $200. I mean, I suppose. Listen, when you're already Matt Damon,
Your
you're probably
likeness
worth
and
already $100 million.
Yeah.
$150 million bucks.
Like, how much money do you
really need? Right?
Fucking need?
Yeah, I suppose.
And because once you hit $100 million, it's just the stuff that you get to invest in to make money for
It's
yourself.
like whatever.
It just doesn't matter.
I mean, at this point, money is like whatever.
Which is what I'm saying is that the odds are he's looking at it going, I just don't want to be attached to this thing as part of my career and have it be the defining thing right now. Because right now, for Matt Damon, his defining thing is probably the Bourne series.
Yeah.
And from a dramatic perspective,
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say Matt Damon's thing is the fact he's Matt Damon. Like, Matt Damon is a special type of A-list actor where he has box office draw to a degree. He's not like a movie star like, say, Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. He's more in this circle of
but he's close to a Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise. You know what I mean? Hear me out.
But Tom Cruise is a movie star.
No, I know, but
he's one of the few.
In terms of like the cult of personality, you got Tom Cruise on the far extreme end, right?
Yeah.
So like on a spectrum, right? And then you've got on the other end of that spectrum, you got Gary Oldman, right?
Team Regime hit it.
You got
Matt Damon is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, they're friends. They're the same. They're the same fucking.
Yes, but they're in that.
Person.
But they're in that same level of quality.
Yes.
Of respect.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that dude that we talked about earlier that left Sony, and you're like, you know what?
Everyone respects.
Everybody
Matt Damon.
respects Matt Damon.
Yeah.
He's not pegged to one thing.
No.
He's known for he's great performances in many things.
Yeah.
But what this will do to Matt Damon's image, he'll no longer be this. Maybe he's looking for Oscars. Maybe because you join Avatar and you become an Avatar head, you're done. You're not getting an Oscar. You're out. Even if you make a great film, like a good artsy film, a Martin Scorsese film,
it just doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. Your image is dead to them, right? He's prestige. He's an elite. There's stars like Tom Cruise that I was saying, but then since Team Regime said it, you've got the Matt Damon, you've got the Leonardo DiCaprio. Hell, you've even got to some degree now. What's his face? The fat actor that got skinny. The funny dude.
I know who you mean.
Somebody will say it. He's working his. I even hate to say the fat guy that got skinny.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean. Somebody's gonna say it. He is working his way. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is working his way to become a Leonardo DiCaprio, to become a Matt Damon, to get out of that thing that he was in.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like Matt Damon, if he takes this, which is fine, nobody would blame him for taking $250 million and 10% of Avatar. James Cameron has the biggest track record in movie history. You are guaranteed. This is an auto lottery win. This is guaranteed money. This is guaranteed family generational wealth for a lifetime, for lifetimes. So obviously his image, what he visions himself being as an actor, is much more important than the money.
Yeah.
That's just it. That's the only way I can think of it. Because if you're getting on with James Cameron, it's not like M. Night Shyamalan is coming to you and saying, guys, I'm going to pay you $250 million. Because you know that M. Night Shyamalan can make shit movies. He's got a dodgy representation. He's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to be... Avatar's not going to flop. Period. It's not going to flop. It's going to be successful. All four of them. They're going to be successful as fuck. So that's not the problem. It's how are you going to look like? And and it's crazy that somebody could... I'm sure they've had the conversation. I'm sure his agent is hitting his head against the wall because that paycheck, that agency would have got something fucking fierce. He probably get... But at the end of the day, Matt Damon is Matt Damon. It's like Matthew McConaughey, right? You want to get... They offer Matthew McConaughey $250 million. It's sort of the same thing. He's in this thing, this realm of elite, prestigious actors and actresses that if you take this, Matthew McConaughey is not really known for anything. He's all right. He's known for making great films. Thought-provoking films.
Well, for a long time he was known for rom-coms.
Yes,
and
but
then
he broke
out
of that. Nobody thinks of that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Nobody. He's made that. Same with Jonah Hill. He's making that transition.
Yeah.
You know, those are the types of actors I think that James Cameron is going after here.
Yeah.
I don't think James Cameron is he wants some legitimacy. Well, by the sounds of it, by going after Matt Damon, he wants some legitimacy to his film. He wants some prestige in his film.
Yeah.
And he's got to pay for it, right?
Because that's always like I was saying. So like in the scale for actors, you have the personality, which is the Tom Cruise. where it does not matter what movie you put Tom Cruise in, you are getting
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise doesn't really act. He just
Yes,
reads
he's
the
Tom
script
Cruise.
as Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's a movie star, bro.
But because he's
like The Rock.
He's so popular, that's what you get. And you know when you're getting into it that slots into a very specific role.
Yeah.
It's gonna bring people to the theater. And you don't necessarily always need somebody that's gonna kill a character role. You just need them to play it well and bring their personality, which attracts all the people to the theater. The other end, like I was saying, you have like a Gary Oldman. who has been snuffed for Oscars for like his entire fucking life. I think he just finally got one here not long ago. But that man, if you look at the characters he's played, he's a chameleon.
Yeah.
You put him into fucking any role, he's gonna crush it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do fucking well.
Yeah.
But he's got no pull in the personality side of things. He's not Tom Cruise. He's no pull.
Yeah.
And then you have that spectrum, and people fall along those lines.
Well, they need
right?
someone on this far right side.
And there are some people that start up here.
Yeah.
And they don't mind it because this makes a lot of money. Most of the time, it makes more money than down here.
Of course.
But then you have people that go, I want to break through this midline.
Yeah.
And I want to be back over because a lot of actors go, this is great, but I really want to be over here because this is where the respected people are.
Yeah.
Over here is where all the moneymakers are.
Yeah.
But the real respect in the acting gig happens down here.
Well,
and so you have your Jonah Hills trying to work their way back through.
Well, good news for guys like Jonah Hill and stuff, they weren't too deep in. They were young enough, and their image has changed
like
so
Tom
much.
would never be able to go back.
Well, he can't. It's impossible. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise.
He's locked in.
He is Dunsky.
That's it.
That's it. The Rock is done. He is in that. There is no coming over to that far side. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose two actors, let's get top two.
Okay.
All right. Who could fill this role, assuming that we're looking for a prestigious actor that also is a well-known name that can bring in the box office draw and get people excited. You have two choices. Not three, not four, not five. You have two.
Okay.
Who are you picking to be an Avatar? We don't know the story. We don't know anything, but we're just saying Avatar. If they announce this actor or actress, you can go actress if you want. Who do you think would be?
Idris Elba, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay. That's good picks.
Because I think they slot into a similar in that spectrum of where he's looking. They're not all the way down here with Gary Oldman.
Yep.
They're not up here with Tom Cruise.
Yep.
But they're in a place where they'll bring in eyeballs, but they're also people that can play a character.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think those, and still play like, and so depending on how the movie plays out, or depending on what the character is, because we don't know what the fuck the character is. So like Idris would be like somebody that could pull off, if they needed to, a more action-y character.
Yep.
DiCaprio, more cerebral character. So we don't know. So that's why I'm picking those two.
Okay, that's a good pick. Leo's really good. I mean, that's an easy one in comparison to the Matt Damon, but
because Matt Damon, like in that spectrum for me, I see Matt Damon closer to the center line, and I see Leo about a quarter of the way down here towards the Gary Oldman, right? Like, and that's mostly because Matt's done so many action-y movies, whereas DiCaprio hasn't, right?
Well, he's in Inception.
That's not an action movie; it's a thriller.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, he could do it.
He can, but he's not doing
Departed.
Bourne. He's not fucking Jason Bourne.
No, he's not Jason Bourne. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go number one. My number one pick, Chris Evans, Captain America himself.
That's a great pick. It's a very good pick.
Now the reason why is he just put down the shield, so to speak, for Marvel.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see him again eventually.
Yep.
But probably not for quite some time.
Yep.
He's a big enough name. He is.
Obviously, he can do the action.
He can do the action. He's prestigious enough where he's shown he's got some serious talent. In terms of like dramatics, everything.
He doesn't just have America's ass.
No, he doesn't.
He can also act.
Can also act.
Yeah.
He's also a draw. I mean, what is going to be next for Chris Evans? You know what I mean? I think Chris Evans would be. I think he would fit well within Avatar. So I'm going to go Chris Evans. I know it's a random one, but I'm going Chris Evans.
I think it's not random. I think in the context it makes pretty good sense, given it seems to be that a draw is a draw with some level of legitimacy. But I guess my only counter to that would be: would you really want to pull an MCU actor right away?
Yes, because that is going to bring a lot of fans immediately over.
Well, he'll bring more fans than a Matt Damon, but that's the question is, if he's going after Matt Damon, why wouldn't he have gone?
People go, hey, what's next for Chris Evans?
Yeah.
People want to see him, and when you lock in Chris Evans, like you're kind of locking in, like we did with him for Marvel.
And that's the other thing. Chris Evans just did like 10 years with Marvel. Does Chris Evans want to do another 10 years?
For $250 million and 10%?
Maybe. Right now, his legacy is Captain America. But
that's the beautiful thing about it, is now he can also be known for something else, right? He's not pigeonholed into just Captain America. But anyway, would Chris Evans do it? Who knows? Either way, can he even do it? Who knows? We don't know what Marvel has in store. Who knows? Either way, that's my one pick. My second pick, man, I could think of 3 different people, but since I only said 2, I'm going to stick to 2. I'm going to go with Jamie Foxx. I'm going Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Because that man can act.
Okay.
He's funny. He's charismatic. He can do action.
Okay.
It's a little black in there, a little flavor, kind of like you had Idris Elba in there. And I think it's something that he would do. I think he's also not known for any other big movie, but yet he's known for being great in many projects. I'm going to go Chris Evans and Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Those are my boys.
It's a good pick.
Those are my boys.
Speaking of Idris Elba, I remember that I just watched The Dark Tower like 3 weeks ago.
Dog shit. That's
you know
a dog shit movie.
You know what pissed me off, though? Is that watching it, you could see that there is a good movie in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And that the world building and stuff... There's a lot. There's a
good lore in there somewhere.
Yeah, like it's
the
like
movie
they took
itself?
the book. They took the book and there's a lot of good
they went,
shit that should have been a really fucking good movie.
Yeah.
And my God, did they fuck that up?
Yep.
I mean,
I think they were hoping to get a trilogy out of it, but it didn't do so hot, so it just died.
But even with a trilogy, the first movie started so weird and so fast. Everything moved so quick. You had no idea. And it's not that I didn't think anyone acted poorly or anything of that nature. I thought everyone acted well. But my God, yeah, and it's just how do you squander Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba with a fucking what's his name, the guy who wrote the book, friggin'
Stephen King.
Stephen King. How do you
Hollywood? That's
fuck
why.
that up?
Hollywood.
Oh my God.
Hollywood.
That's
I
remember when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my God, this movie is going to be fucking awesome.
Dog shit.
It's bad.